Welcome back to episode 33 of the, what's this thing called again? Oh, the In My Thoughts podcast. And I had a episode planned, but off of certain events that have been happening recently, I had to switch it up. So that'll come out. I'm not even going to give y'all a date because I'm inconsistent. So later in life sometime, hopefully soon. Like I said, nothing big, and of course nothing really to do with me. I just be observing. And when I observe certain things, I just get kind of annoyed. So, come over here, talk about a couple of things. My one issue I've seen recently is that, okay, me and my friends, we move a certain way because we're friends. Like, certain things I'm not going to do because you're my friend. And certain things I know that I'm not even going to, I just move differently. That's all it is. So, one issue I've seen recently so my boy has a friend. He's like, I don't want to say this the wrong way. So, my boy has a friend. He's cool with him and his girl at the time, right? Which is totally fine. It's like you can be cool with both parties in a relationship. The issue is that when your homie is your homie and you're friends with his significant other just because y'all two are homies, you don't. It's too much nastiness going on, man. Like, so in this certain situation, he talked too much. His boys confided in him all the stuff his girl did, and then he goes tell his girl what his homie said. Like, what? Like, when did that become, not necessarily become, because this is separate situation, it happened to them. I'm not saying it happens to everybody, but who does that? Why would I tell you something? Like, why would you tell me something and then I'm going to tell your girl what you said about her? You're clearly confiding in me for a reason. You trust me. I've been around way too long. Like, why would I, like, come on. So, of course, homie tell his girl hit him. They get into a huge fight over XYZ. You know how that go. When was that ever cool? Like, if I'm confiding in you, that means that at the end of the day, you need to keep your mouth shut. I would never tell some information like that to the person. Like, I'm your boy first. So at the end of the day, I got you. And I will hope that y'all have a conversation. But that's not for me to throw in this conversation for you to have right now. Cause of course, like, y'all already have y'all attitudes right now. We already know what's going down. And I'm just gonna add fuel to the fire. Be like, oh well, he said, like, that's some hoe stuff. And of course, like I said, hoe, nothing sexual, but hoe as in corny, whack, etc. Like, don't ever do that. Like, I can't have you around me if I can't trust you with stuff like that. And of course, my boy being wild and everything like that, he's like, we're gonna have to talk. But I'm like, what? Like, there's gonna be a conversation to ensue, but he's pretty much what I'm saying is that he's still like, yo, that's still my boy. We gonna work past. You can't be around me like that. Like, no matter what I say, you cannot be just throwing out my information, especially to the source. Like, I could be in my bag one time talking about my girl, and then I just start venting. Like, I may not mean it. I might not be in the proper state of mind because I'm upset. Like, there's so many things that could be going on at this time while I'm throwing out this sort of rhetoric right now. And you're going to be like, oh, well, Rob said. Like, who made you like this, bro? Like, that's never been a thing for me. And I'm looking like, my man's weird. I'm just like, yo, bro, how you finna handle that? Because it's like, of course, I'm not saying no violence or anything like that. But it's like, you still even pondering the fact I still trusting my mans because y'all been cool for a while. I'm not saying that you gotta end the relationship or anything like that. You just know where you need to keep that man. At the end of the day, it's like, okay, am I gonna kill you over this? No, but I know with that type of information, you are not trustworthy no more. Because at the end of the day, like, my man's the type to be like, okay, we had an issue, we cool now. I'm gonna start explaining stuff to you again. Nah, never again, at all. As a friend, you can never put your friend in a spot like that, no matter what. It's kind of like with, like, cheating. Cheating's 100% wrong, right? If I see my boy cheating, I'm going to call him and be like, yo, bro, what are you doing? Why, like, come on. It's never my duty to tell my boy's significant other that he's cheating. That's not my place. That's not my responsibility. As a friend, I'm gonna let you know, be like, yo, I see you and you wrong. And if you want to have a conversation with me about it, that's totally fine. But our conversation stays there. Who am I to tell my man's girl about something that he's doing? At the end of the day, I would never insert myself in that type of situation, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get my boy mad at me. The girl might get mad. Like who am I to throw that out there? Like, no. If I see something crazy, I will tell my boy, be like, yo, that's messed up. You might want to do something. Or like, if he's willing to have that conversation with me, I'll have it. Because the one thing is that if I see something and we don't talk about it, I might not even get the whole story right. Anything like, it's like there's too much that goes into that. At the end of the day, it's none of my business what they're doing in their relationship. If it comes up, or if I need to ask a question, I'm going to be like, yo, I saw this. I just want to know, but of course it's none of my business. So if you don't want to tell me, that's totally fine. It's your business only. But if we end up having a conversation from that, then fine. But if I'm ever even having the inkling of telling that type of information, that we wasn't boys in the first place. And like I said, nothing to do with me. It's just certain things I've been seeing as of recently. Another situation, which is really nasty, because this situation I'm about to talk about, these are like co-workers, like managers and employees. What manager is getting into employee scandalous situation? Like, you're a whole manager. Like, you're supposed to be work professional. Of course, everybody's supposed to be professional, but you're held to a higher standard because of the fact of who you are. Little employee situation, getting, like, guy, girl, they're quote unquote dating each other, but girl messing around on the side, dude doing time. You know the story, how that go. Manager, because they're the manager, they're cool with everybody, has certain information, right? Know your place. So my stupid manager, what she want to do? She wants to out the girl. Again, working side by side, same department. Wants to out the girl because of the fact of she's doing wrong. You what? Like what? And I told her, I was like, yo, mind your business. I told her that person. I said, yo, mind your business. That has nothing to do with you. You a manager. The last thing you need to do is make our department some type of way because you want to get involved and stuff like that. She gets into their argument, outs the girl. Oh, I got the text messages. I got this. I got that. I know for a fact I made phone calls. Like, what? What are you trying to prove here? Now, her defense. Oh, that's my boy though. So at the end of the day, I need to tell him. Fine. To a certain degree. That's your boy, that's cool. But to jump into the argument and be like, nah, girl, you lying because I saw the text. Huh? What? Like, no, that will never happen in life. That's not cool. Like I said, you want to take your boy to the side and let him know what's up, and you want to show him the information and what he does with that information, that's on him. Totally fine. I have nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, if I see my boy getting played out, I'm gonna say something to that man. But to me, getting into an argument with the girl because I got the messages, I got the proof, and she out here lying, no sir, it's not happening. And I'm like, where did these people come from? Like, when was this ever the move to be like, yo, I know some information, I'm going to get involved, I'm going to blow it up? Because at the end of the day, it's like the entire business knows about this situation now. Everybody, store managers, assistants, like everybody knows that this is a nasty love triangle, square, whatever you want to call it. And it's because you couldn't handle it properly. And at the end of the day, this episode is just about know your place and know the codes. Like, there's friend codes and there's codes just in general. Like, you need to know what code that you're stepping into. At the end of the day, when you're, like I said, if I'm a manager, which is crazy, like I said, as a manager doing this, I'm a manager of a department. I need to make sure at the end of the day, the business is taken care of. So, like I said, that's my boy. We're going to talk delicately because where are we at right now? We're at work. I'm not going to be out here jumping into the defense of my friend at work who's now my coworker because this girl. who's doing this? Because you're not being a friend to that man, because at the end of the day, you blowing up his spot. At the end of the day, that argument that he's already in the middle of is going 10 times worse, because now it's like, you lying. I got the proof. What are we adding fuel to the fire for? He already not trusting the girl right now. And now, you ain't trusting her. Oh, let me put this down. It's like when you get hit with, like, when you're playing Uno and everybody goes around throwing draw twos, draw fours, and everything like that. And then, of course, when it comes to Uno, I'm slapping the draw four on top. But it's like, you already got to draw 10 cards already. But here, draw four, bam. It's like, fam. In this case, you didn't have to do all that. He already made up his mind. So, and then she blows it up. The girl in question, she's hot, he hot, you hot. And I'm just like, as a friend to this man, you need to deal with anything accordingly. Because at the end of the day, he's mad at her, but he actually likes her. Regardless of what he did, his feelings for her is there. So it's not your duty to now bash her because of the stuff that she did. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I ain't going to say nothing against that. But at the end of the day, he liked her. So it's like, for me and my girl break up. The last thing I really need right now is for all of my homies bashing the girl that I love. Even though we broke up, I probably got malice toward her. I still loved her at the time. So I don't, especially when we're going through it, I don't need everybody coming to, you could be on my side, but be on my side from a distance. I don't need everybody coming around, yeah, Rob, she's trash. She did that. Like, we're already broken up, or we're already going through our problems. I don't need the amen corner in that aspect. I don't need everybody jumping to my defense to the point. It's like, yeah, when I see her, I'm going to let her know. Or when, like, come on. Like, what are we doing here? So I guess this episode, at the end of the day, is just talking about the friend code. It's like, come on now. It's like, you can be a loyal friend without being messy. And in that first situation, when I was talking about my mans and his boys, stuff like that, that's just a nasty dude. Like Dame Dash started calling people chatty patty. That's the official definition of a chatty patty. You tell me something that's supposed to stay between us, and I tell your girl, like, for real. But, like I said, the regularly scheduled program of the episode that I had an idea for, that's coming out. I just had to get this off my chest because it just bothered me. I'm just like, yo, why are we doing this? You're not a friend now. You're just a chatty patty, I guess. But, like I said, thanks for letting me do my little thing. Like I said, the episode was talking about, actually, not, like I said, me and my girl are fine, but the episode I was going to make, it was talking about, if I became single, I know it, forget it. Not even going to tell you. I'm just going to make that episode. But of course, again, thank you for listening to me talk about nothing for a little bit. Like I said, it's something, but you know me, it's like my mind just be going sometimes. So I just got to have something to say. So again, thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. This is episode 33. And at the end of the day, just remember that your thoughts are your thoughts, and don't let no one tell you that your thoughts are wrong. At the end of the day, it's all opinions anyway. And also, remember, whatever you want to do, it doesn't take that much to get started. Like I said, I'm doing this podcast, and I just have my laptop, a microphone, and I have like my phone or something that I have my thoughts on, that I have tucked away. God forbid I run out of stuff to say or something like that. So it's really nothing to start whatever you want to do. Like I said, this is what I want to do. But at the end of the day, whatever you want to do that. I feel like I'm just rambling. I'm trying to say it right, but whatever. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Whatever you want to do, knock it out. See y'all the next time I upload. Peace.